The sound is here. Hello. Yeah, how's it going? Um, I had a little free bit of time, minuscule little piece of free time, and I said I would do a bit of a stream. Yeah, okay. I don't think we need to have a preview of my stream. Sound okay? Volume alright, and all that jazz. I probably also need a micro USB connector. Okay. Right EO. Yeah, I have not fixed that for YouTube. So there'll be no chat in the video. I'm kind of wondering, is it almost a little bit redundant now in terms of like for YouTube, like when you're looking back at a stream, you can replay the live chat anyways. So I guess it is nice on a phone that it's embedded into the video too. But yeah, not sure. But I don't have it, so it's not going to be there. Yeah. So what I was going to look at was our ATtiny 841 is buried in there somewhere, and there is a firmware for it, or sorry, there is a firmware called micronucleus. Yes, where am I? I've got my video scene collection. Maybe if I here we go. Okay, sorry. I switched to my collection of scenes that are for streaming because that actually has my face in it when I switch to the screen here. Yeah, so micronucleus, a tiny USB bootloader with strong emphasis on bootloader compactness. So this is a bootloader that you can install on the ATtiny to so you can program it using USB directly. So if you've ever had one of those DigiSpark or the DigiSpark clones, it uses this. Yeah, and it also has VUSB, which is the virtual USB thing, and so it has support for HID. Now, I think any bootloader like that you use can use virtual USB as an external library, but I guess this is just built into the bootloader. I'm not 100% sure how that works, but it supports the ATtiny 841, so why not give it a go, see how it works. So you can make this from scratch, like as in do make config and blah 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 blah, but there is configurations are included and tested. Hex files can be found in the releases, so that means there is a thing already built. And hello, Mike. How's it going? I'm glad I can save you from what was it? Britain's Got Talent or Ireland's Got Talent? Someone had talent, but they obviously did not have enough talent to keep Mike's interest. So yeah, let's take a look at the releases folder and see what comes down in a release. Source code. Download the source code folder. I'm guessing there's a releases folder inside it. Excuse me. Let's do an extract all. It's doing some stuff. Oh. Reminder to not do that too much in Windows. Yeah. Okay, we're back again anyways. Okay, so there is a Windows driver. We might need to install that. Firmware releases, and there's hex, including the hex for the 841. So I'm guessing we just need to burn that directly onto the 841. Gonna find out, but whoops. That wasn't meant to go there. That was meant to go here. New Motley Crue movie. Motley Crue? I guess it's Motley, right? Mad Feckers. Yeah, I haven't seen any of it. Recently I went on a binge of Brooklyn Nine-Nine on Netflix. I don't watch a huge amount of Netflix or TV at the moment other than that. Greg Lawrence. That looks like a link to GitHub. Yes, I probably should have included that link, but yes, this is where I am. Anyways, the micronucleus folder, I'm just after downloading the latest release, and inside that there was a hex. But now let us go back to the readme, because there is surely instructions for it. Compiling, don't really need compiling, I don't think. Like if the hex file is done already, surely I just need to burn it. Bootloader allows uploading of new firmware via USB. In its usual configuration, it is invoked at device reset and will identify to the host computer. If no communication is initiated by the host machine within a given time, the bootloader will time out and enter the user program. For proper timing, the command line tool should be started on the host computer before the bootloader is invoked. Windows machines will need to install the libUSB driver found in the clean micronucleus devices without uploaded user program will not time out and allow sufficient time for proper driver installation. Installing unsigned drivers, please use the Zadig driver installer provided in the Windows tool. I'm pretty sure that Zadig thing is made by an Irish guy. Okay, so I guess I have this hex, and I guess I'm just going to use like what is it, AVR Buddy or whatever it's called, to just install that hex onto it, I guess, right? What do we have here? That's a serial connection, so I guess I have to use an ISP to upload it. I actually have no idea. AVR dude, that's the thing I was looking for. Attenborough, yeah. That's I like getting his stuff on like Blu-ray. It's just like, hey, let's justify getting a nice TV with this. Burn the hex. Yes, burn the hex. Yeah, I guess we should be plugged in for ISP mode on this using the Nano. And hello Sion and Raphael and Jacksat. How's it going? Okay, so let's plug in my my micro USB cable. That would be a good start. Now I'm gonna have to use command line and Windows U. Okay, we got our pink flashing LED anyways. That's probably a good thing, because then we'll know if it's gone or not. Yeah, it's going okay. I don't know why my spare chair complete with towel on it is taking up so much focus in yeah, that'll do. In the picture. I really should like frame that better, but anyways, we are where we are. Yeah, okay, so we have a blink flashing LED, so that's good. And we have a hex file. So now we just need to get AVR dude and do some stuff with it. No, I gave up on the Twitch streaming because to keep Twitch streaming you need to stream like pretty much twice a week, and I can't commit to that. I can't even come close to committing to that anymore. And when I started doing the Tindy stuff, I just had to drop something. But even the videos were being impacted by my streaming too, so just said I'd drop the videos. And this project is released under GPL v2. I don't know what GPL v2 is. What is GPL v2? General Public License GNU. It's an old license. Explain this like I'm 5. If you eat a cake that's GPL v2 licensed, then it guarantees you the following: freedom of knowing how it's made, basically it's access to the recipe, freedom of preparing it yourself and once prepared eat it, freedom of modifying it because you thought you could add some lemon zest to make it taste better, freedom of sharing it, whether it's the original version or your modified version, and whenever someone eats a cake made with that recipe or with modification based on the recipe, he's guaranteed to have the same freedoms. The limitation is that you've invented cake as a service. It's a service to throw cakes in your face. You get the smell of cake, see the cake, get covered by the cake, but you don't actually get to eat the cake, so you have no right to claim any of the above freedoms. Enjoy one freedom about a given software, you enjoy all. It's also a viral license. Okay, so everything you touch turns into... the whole software shall provide the same freedoms. So is the... do I have... yeah, I probably don't... well, that's an interesting question. Like, if I ended up making a board, a PCB, using this software, can you sell the PCB? Like that board? Like if you made a dev board that had this. Hey, Clem, how's it going? Well, like, say, the DigiSparks were using micronucleus, so it has to be open source. I'm okay with that. Yeah, I don't know if this cake helped a huge amount, not to be this cake analogy, but anyways, okay. Right, AVR dude. Hey John, how's it going? Right, where am I gonna get AVR dude? See, I never use command line stuff at all. In Windows, anyways, and with Arduino, for sure. Right, let's see here. I had a bat file for... installing the stuff on the Christmas tree, but where I put it, I've no idea. PCB tree, INO.hex, upload that bat. Here we go. Let's edit this with Notepad++. Okay. So I guess this is roughly what we need to do. This is the AVR bin that I was using. Yeah, I guess we could make use of this type of a thing again. But we have to pass it a conf. Take it easy, Clem. Okay, let's Google this. Somebody has done this before. Installing micronucleus. Oh, the thing that's showing up is my streamer. Nucleus on ATtiny 841. Even if I suppose if I found it on the the ATtiny 85, that'd be fine too. So this is setting it up as a looks like it's setting it up as an ISP programmer. Yep. So that's fine. AVR dude is used then to change the ATtiny fuses to set them to the following. Call the AVR manual. That's true. I don't know. I find using stuff on the like what am I gonna find in this manual? Like help? Part number, specify a name, viewer, device. Okay, so I'm gonna need to find that anyways. Programmer type. Does anyone have or know the term like rest of the owl? Hey Colin, how's it going? This feels really like rest of the effing owl. Yeah, that might work. Like it's like, hey, just hook it up like this and then use AVR dude to burn the stuff, and it's like, okay. You've kind of skipped some of the steps here. Install a tiny bootloader with virtual USB. Let's try this one. We could just try what Raphael has done here too. Okay, let's copy this. Will we copy this? I want to put them all in the one folder anyways, just to make it a little, or not all in the one folder, but definitely make it a bit easier to get to than this. So user is Brian. Will I just keep that? I don't know. I'll keep it there. It's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna copy what Raphael did. There's this. Oh, there's a script for Flash in the repository. In which repository? In the firmware one? I don't see one. Configuration? No, that's a config file for the make. You need make for it. Yeah, I don't have any like C environment set up or anything, so make 841 flash. I am gonna try what you said, and we're gonna see does it work. It's pretty. That text is a bit small, isn't it? T. Well, yeah, I definitely need to set a COM port number, right? Let's do that using Arduino IDE. Ah yes, text is hidden by second webcam, and it's also tiny. Can I make it bigger? Font. There, that's slightly better. I presume I don't have make anywhere. Yeah. Okay, so port COM14. Right. So we've got this first. Why make now? There is so I haven't used make in years, like maybe 10 years. Make doesn't have to be about compiling. Like it can be like if you do make something, like you can have a command that could be make burn board or whatever, which runs a few AVR commands, or you know, make can have like different paths, and one of them seems to be for this one to flash the firmware, but I'm not sure on that one. AVR dude -p T841. I guess, what is the port? Specify connection port. I guess I need to do that too, right? Lowercase p is the part number. Then let's do -uppercase p is COM14. Going to build Windows. There's an ext tool in there. In which in which folder? In like an Arduino folder? I'll just keep going with this for the minute. So we think point to the hex file now. In command line, sorry. Build /Windows. Okay. Try this. Paste and then T841. What are the bets that this will not work? I'm betting quite high. Invalid argument. Can't open config file. SparkFun has an example. Let's take a look. Install micronucleus. Aha. Where is he getting his config from? But that looks pretty good all the same. Alright, so let's cd into this AVR bin folder. Is that copy? Yeah. Right, that's off to a good start. And then I'm gonna copy. So I'm on Mike's link now. You do seem to need a tag. Oh, sugar. Okay. It seems to be pasting straight away. Yeah, I'm not on Twitch anymore just because I can't meet their requirements for keeping partnered. It's not partnered. Affiliate. So just I'm gonna stream every now and again, and it will be on YouTube. Okay, let's fix the port number. It was COM14 841. Everything else should be okay. And now let's grab the link to the hex. That doesn't seem right. Releases. Something definitely fishy going on there. Is that right? Micronucleus directory. Yeah. Yeah, that looks okay to me. Error parsing update and operation is an invalid provider. Hey, the Tinker Dad. The Tinker Dad actually released a video, it was this morning, right? Talking about setting up a DigiSpark clone. So he would have mentioned micronucleus, so make sure to check that out. Invalid file format. Error parsing update operation. That means nothing to me. Is maybe that flash WC is bad? A bad way of writing that? But I guess that's how SparkFun have done it, so. Ah, they don't have a C drive in front of it. It's just straight up users. And they're all forward slashes. I hope I don't need to change all of them. That would be a pain. Can't open COM14. Do you have COM14 locked? It is COM14. It is definitely COM14. I'm just going to close the Arduino IDE. Okay, plug out and in. Okay. That's not working great. Sudo, yeah. Where are you trying to buy them, Colin? I'm the only user on this. Access is denied. Like, normally what's happening in that scenario is that something else has the lock on COM14. Like, I wonder if I go into the Arduino IDE or whatever and see if I can just open COM14. Am I gonna run into issues too? Yes, so well, it'd help if I actually picked COM14. Yeah, so I'm getting, even in the Arduino IDE, I'm getting COM14 port is busy. So for the 841s, Colin, you're gonna have to get them off Farnell, and they're like I don't know how much they are in pounds. They're about €1 each, and they've free delivery to Ireland anyways, and it's coming from the UK. So I'd imagine it has to be free delivery to the UK too. No, I think it's just my port is locked, so I guess if I might need to do this off screen. Let's go to just me. Hardware device manager, I suppose. No problem. Hey, thanks for the tip, John. These unrehearsed. What do you mean unrehearsed? Don't you see this fluent, amazing flow I have going here? Okay, so I'll just jump back to this for a second. So I'm after opening device manager and coming in here. And I'm guessing something has this locked, but can't I change what port this is on? So I'm gonna just switch it to 20. Yeah, I don't care. Right, so now it's on port 20, so hopefully whatever was locking it before should not have a lock on it, because I changed what it was. The Christmas trees went really well. I think I sold around 40 of them. Okay, so now I can't find COM port 20. So things going well here. It is COM 20 is there. Yeah, I did just unplug it and replug it in. It's not. Do I need to run it with elevated? I wouldn't have thought so. Like, I am the only user on this computer, but anyways, who knows what's happening in Windows land. Right, so here's administrator command prompt. But it doesn't seem to be able to find COM port 20, although it might know about it. I don't know. Let's find out. Let's copy. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is cd into the right folder. Do I have the command for that? That's this here. Okay, I didn't copy and paste that. I never remember what is copy in this. So it's right click, and right click is also paste. Okay, interesting. And then this is going to not work because it's 14. It also has the C thing. Oops. Yeah, so this is the wrong one. Okay, what its history is, I'll never know. There, this is what I want. So you often get, does anybody know how to delete all of a thing? Select text, press enter. Right, so can't open COM14. That's fine. You often get access denied when something else has the COM port busy, and it seemed that way because the Arduino ID was having the same problem. Okay. Looks like we're doing something. Thank you to the Mrs. Colin. Mike could be able to answer this better than I would be. But like people from my general region, the Midlands, would be considered to have like a dull and like flat accent. Uh, like it doesn't change pitch all that often. Um, so yeah, Mike can confirm or deny that. I'm not sure. But yeah, one thing that I find a lot is and I don't have it open. I had it open earlier, so maybe it's still kind of hanging on to it behind the scene. But Cura, whatever the 3D printing slicer is called, has that thing is like a leech. It doesn't have any options for you to connect to ports or anything. It just goes, "Oh, there's a device on a port. Better grab him," because it thinks it's the 3D printer, I guess. Um, so like, if you ever have problems flashing boards when you've Cura open, close Cura. Yeah. Okay. So this is uh, maybe flashed. This SparkFun guide seems pretty good, so we might go to that. It is not for the 841, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Um, so what? I have all of that stuff. I guess I just need that resistor. What is that resistor? Anybody know the colors of the resistors off the top of their head? Blue, gray, black. And what's this doing as well? VCC to D minus. So we also need whatever that is. Does it 68 ohm resistor and a 1.5k. Should have them, maybe. Ah, yes. Ooh, Big Clive. Yeah, he is a really soothing voice. Chris Cochrane. There's a Cochrane. I can't remember. I keep thinking it's the other thing. He has a bit of a. He has a bit of a Big Clive accent on him. Not to sound too weird, but he has a very soothing accent. I have 150 or I could just put two of them in parallel. It'd be pretty close to 68. 12 or 56 or that's surely close enough to 68 or I have my resistors organized. I have them in this big box and I find it so hard to go through them. I really should split them out at some stage. 57k. Like I'm sure I have a 68 ohm, if a 6 or 8, a 6k8. What's this? 68 or? Haha. So we need two of him. Cochrane. Get out of here, dog hair. What was the other one I need? 1.5k. I'm always curious, like, as in how accurate does that need to be? Like, why aren't we just using a 1k resistor? Not that I'd find one of them too easy. There's a 1k if we need it. But we're looking for 1.5k. I really should just like separate them into like anything above this value and below that value goes in the different ones or whatever. it would certainly be an improvement on my current organizing. 2 point something, 100k, 390. What's this one? 1Z2. Whatever that is, I don't know. 27, okay. Okay, I'm gonna give up pretty soon. 1 or 5. Or maybe it's K5, it doesn't look like K. It looks like R. 8.2. Okay, what do I have? I have a 1K. Which is maybe as close as I'm gonna get. What's that? 1.8 or 12K? 8.2. Yeah. I think that's as close as I'm gonna get. Yeah, I don't know what it's... Yeah, it seems to be a pull-up, is it? It's going to D minus anyways. Red, green, orange. Red, green, orange. Might be easier to find by color. Red, green, orange. I think just lighting all of them on fire would be as good of a way as handling them. I have these resistors a long time now as well. You know, you buy a big giant thing of resistors and then sure, what are you meant to do with them? Red, no. I think the 1K will be fine. It's gonna blow something up. I only need one of them anyways. Yeah, here, we'll do a 1K and also a 220. That's loads. Plenty. Okay. Let me get a breadboard. So my breadboard's looking pretty big. I'm gonna leave it plugged into there because I'm not entirely convinced. I'm not entirely convinced that I have it working properly, but we'll see. Right, resistors. I shouldn't have MTG out so much. Hey Rob, how's it going? Thank you. It is not 3.3 volt based. It would be 5 volt based, right? Okay, so I might bring it over with male jumper wires and then do whatever I need to do to them on that board. Right, so let's plug this out. I seem to have ground. Let's go to the big screen. I don't think so. I would have thought data pins of a USB were 5 volts. I don't know that though. I don't know that at all. I just would have presumed that they were. So it looks like this is ground, but I have it plugged into the plus rail, so that won't get confusing, but I'll leave it there for the moment. So I'll just connect up power to there. So there's my power. Let's plug in VBus here. Right, ground. That's very unfocused, isn't it? Oops. It's not even the right type. Is my volume okay? Not Logitech Me, Logitech Desk. Configure video. Yes, we've gone back to auto everything, which is awful. And that looks a bit better. Okay, so ground, I can just connect in here. No, that is, I have it right. So I can just go there. Ground, I can jump all the way to ground on the far side, I suppose. Now two small looking jumpers. There's one blue one, one white one, maybe. Orange one, green one, anything that isn't ridiculously long, or red. Red, purple, there we go. Purple and blue, perfect. The grid angle though, yeah, there we go, how about that? Okay, so let's go back to screen share. So I'm gonna go to the ATtiny. So I was looking, hello, is it back? Hey Gokum. It looks like it's back for me now. Okay, yeah. I don't know what happened. My just internet hiccuped there. Yeah, so there's this guy from Brazil who has an ATtiny 841 dev board, and I was just looking at his schematic, which is an image, but yeah, he's connected to PB0 and PB1, I guess. Yeah, okay. I'm sure he has an actual schematic diagram that we could look at, but I think you just connect to the same or same pins as the serial. Is this what I want? Tiny PDF, that's better news. So it looks like his yeah, he has diodes down to ground. Wonder what they're about. Not for Xeon, it doesn't. Is it P8? Yeah, like I don't know. Like, say for example, I used to stream I used to stream like regularly on Twitch. Pete, um, I used to stream regularly on Twitch, like every Monday at whatever time. There's like currently 23 people watching right now, which is as much as I was getting uh on Twitch. And like I'm at an incredibly boring part of the stream, right? Um so like yeah, it, it just wasn't it wasn't doing the business anymore for me. Twitch like isn't I was sad to lose streaming in some ways, but I also felt like I gave it a good go, and it was, I wasn't growing anymore on it, so I just said it. I was happy enough to finish too. So we are where we are. Okay, so let's get the ATtiny 841 pin out. Go to my old buddy here. Yeah, these are. Oh, so it's not TX or RX pin, because it's these ones, right? PB0 and PB1 that he's using. PB0 and PB1. So they are beside VCC, so they're here. Aren't they? Yeah. No. I'm confused. I'm very confused. Let's move to the big screen. So that is connected to there, which is connected back to here. I'm very confused with the diagram I'm looking at and how I have this thing wired up. Ah, yeah, that's not ground, that's... Ah, yeah, okay. Sorry. I for some reason I thought, because I was bringing VCC here and then I was like bridging a connection to there, that this was VCC, but no, it's a smoothing cap. So yeah, now I'm following. So it's actually these two pins up here that I need to use. So 2 and 3 on my board, I guess. So if it's 2 and 3, I may as well actually, rather than jump everything across, I'll spin it around and connect it up this way. So V-bus is connected in there. Ground is connected in here. Connect up this purple one and this blue one. I hate jumper wires. Can't I just make a PCB and see does it work or not? Roll the dice. And I suppose I could just take the other guy's one. What? Should be fine. And then we have our 1K here. Stream is offline. Oh, I'm back. Interesting. My internet does not seem to be behaving that well, which is not good. Seeing as I'm hosting MakerCast tomorrow, make sure everybody sets to be notified by that if you're Zener diodes in the VUSB schematics. Okay. MakerCast. I don't know. Yeah, if I search for that on YouTube. MakerCast. My one is way down the list for some reason. MakerCast. There's the link. Go to it. Set reminder. Away you go. No, I don't think so. It's like just when I search for MakerCast, BitLoonies is first, Seons is next, and then I'm down here. I like how this video is almost as high as but yeah, anyways, that's for some other time. Okay, so we think we need diodes. What kind of diodes? I don't have a huge amount of diodes. I got some, but I don't have a huge amount. Yeah. Zener 3.3. I don't know, do I have that? Zener 3.3. 1N47. I have a 1N914. What's that? 1N914. It's a switching diode, so that's probably no good to me, right? I don't know anything about... Yeah, I don't know. Why isn't it in my list of videos? What have I done wrong? I don't know. It's there, it's public. Not sure. I'll figure that out afterwards. Right, so 1N914 is this small switching diode, so that's not a Zener, right? I have a 1N34A. One N34A. Standard recovery 65 volt diode. I think I got that for like making pedals or something. Seems like a very specific one. And then I have a PH4841, and I think that is all I got in terms of diodes. I'm presuming these diodes are Zeners in the clamped voltage. S can get away with it totally. I personally use them as so for 3.3 volt. I use protect inputs. Zener 3.3. Yeah. So how come the SparkFun stuff doesn't need it? Because they're using a 3.3 volt device. I don't get that. They're even creating Arduino board definitions and everything. Interesting. Build the micronucleus loader. Wow, there's a lot to this, isn't there? Use a resistor divider. We can modify our hardware to disconnect the program lines from the Pro Mini, which will free up some GPIO on the ATtiny. We'll still want to use the Pro Mini's voltage regulator to drop the USB voltage from... okay. So that's how they're getting away with it. They're powering it at 3.3 volts. So I guess I could do the same. Yeah. I guess I should probably just pick up a couple of Zener diodes, right, and do it properly. I'm just looking through this document. Micronucleus comes with a number of configuration bits that reside in non-volatile memory outside of blah. There's no clock divider, brownout detection. Just create a board definition too. It's interesting. It's a lot of stuff. I definitely saw a board definition before. Board definition. Is it some like... yeah, this what do we know? Nanite. Wow, this thing is so small. That's pretty cool. Just I wonder, like... yeah, I want to grab one too. Me first. It's German, is it? It seems to be German. Casa. I'm pretty sure that means cheese. Country... I don't have a USB ASP. That was one of the other things I was thinking about doing. Ireland, that is German for Ireland. It is €10. Casa's cash register. It is €10 to Ireland for this Euro packet. It's kind of expensive-ish. But they do have an ATtiny core for their... which is great. Micronucleus bootloader, suppress the research to activate after the uploading. Nice. Man, this thing is tiny. Like, what am I going to... like, I was considering making a development board using an ATtiny 841, but like, what am I going to bring to the party? Because this thing's incredible. So the Zeners aren't required. Oh, they have a few different boards. A water Uno. So the nanite 841 and the nanite 85, which is also pretty cool. Oh, you want to use a voltage divider. Yeah, I want cheese too. I actually don't like cheese all that much. That is cool. Like, if a micro USB, like, that's not much bigger than this board, which is pretty nice. But this is the really impressive one. I like that one a lot. Yeah, I wonder. I think. Thanks for the calculations, Pete. I might finish up and take a look a little bit more into what I want to do. I kind of only plan to stream for a short bit anyways, because I'm pretty tired. Like always, I thought I'd be further along than this, but it's good that I'm pretty sure the micronucleus bootloader is on it, so that's good. But yeah, I guess the next thing to do would be to just wire it up and go through the rest of the rest of this stuff here, and I feel like I'm too far away from finishing that I can't do it now. So yeah, okay, so I might finish up. I'll update the description. No, I'm probably not going to make this video public. If you do want to watch it back for whatever reason, it'll be in a public playlist on my channel called live streams, but I probably won't leave it on the like as a public video. Yeah, sorry, I know it would be better to get further with stuff, but yeah, I think I'm too tired for the amount of work that's left to do. If there was like, oh, just one more thing, maybe, but yeah, I think I'm just gonna finish up. So Arduino, what was that called? Arduino. For anybody looking to get one of those, that's where they are. So that had the link to the IDE support and their other stuff. Then this was the link for the SparkFun guide that I'm following. Thanks to whoever provided that. I think it was Mike. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's finish up there. Thanks for joining, everybody. Yeah, MakerCast is tomorrow at 8 o'clock my time. So take whatever time it is now and take away 3 hours and 24 minutes, and that's when it starts. Yeah. So yeah, should be a good time. We've got Colin Hickey, we've got Bitlooney, we have Liz from Blitz City DIY, and then we also have Stephen Ludgate. So what is the MakerCast in 5 words? 4 makers talking about stuff. Which is incorrect because it's 5 makers. 5 makers talking about stuff. Yeah, it's literally just 5 different makers from kind of a group of us who know each other get on a live stream and just talk about what we did for the last month and whatever else kind of comes up. So we rotate who hosts it. So the first one was on BitLooney's channel, the second one was on Unexpected Maker's channel, and then the next one is on my channel. So if we look at, you're going to see all my crappy recommendations. Where are my playlists? YouTube beta, which seems to have absolutely no anything for live streams. So I have to go to Creator Classics every time I need to do anything with live streams. Videos, live. I guess you can go there. Don't know where playlists are. I don't understand how to use this thing yet. Let's go to my channel. Playlists, here we go. The Makercast. That is a playlist that has the previous two Makercasts on it. Camembert. Yeah, I actually am a huge fan of cheese. I like cheese when it has like changed molecular state into the melted form. Then cheese is delicious. But yeah, definitely wouldn't be a big fan of stinky cheese. But like fried camembert, yeah, I'd be fine with that. No problems. Okay, cool. Thanks all for joining. I'll see you tomorrow, and yeah, we'll hopefully make some updates on the 841 stuff some other time. Okay, thanks a lot. I'll catch you again.